So it is Friday and it is 3, so I'm getting ready for work, of course. I have Saturday off. This is my first Saturday off and since like May. So I might go to the bookstore tomorrow. I don't know, depending on, I don't know, but I do plan to read today. I haven't read, I did not read at all yesterday. I just didn't want to. I want to slow down with my reading a bit because I feel like me listening to so many audiobooks, I'm draining myself out. I do want to listen to The Shining today just because I really want to read my Stephen King book this month instead of having to worry about the rest of the month. And so I want to read The Shining today. I'm probably going to listen to a little music just because my room is messy. My sister gave me this fan that does absolutely nothing. I have a fan on my bed. My sister gave me this fan and it does nothing for me. So I am probably gonna get rid of it. And I need to clean my room as a whole. I need to get something. I need to get a new bookshelf or a TBR cart or something. But right now I am actually studying to take my driver's test. I need to book it. I booked my eye appointment, so that's gonna be like in July, and then hopefully in July I'm gonna study this while I take my I'm gonna study this while I wait to take my eye exam, and then while I wait for my glasses to come back, and then hopefully I can do good, and I'm gonna take some practice tests and stuff like that, and then I'm hopefully can get my permit, and then I can start driving like to and from work, like with my mom, and like from work with my uncle. Hopefully this goes as planned, and maybe y'all will see some car vlogs from me, some car videos. And I'm just romanticizing driving. I'm romanticizing having a car, romanticizing my life, because clearly that is, plus one of my things is forcing myself to get over my anxiety. That is how I get over my anxiety. I force myself. I'm like, well, you have no choice but to do this. So it's also not that good because I'm literally yelling at myself in my head like, you shouldn't be anxious about this, like you need to get over it. Like I literally am bullying myself to get over my anxiety. And that's just how I'm gonna have to learn how to drive, is just bullying myself to get over it. But it really makes me very, very anxious. Hopefully I read The Shining. Hopefully I come back and I read something. I do not want this to be one of them vlogs, and no shade to anybody who does this, but I don't want this to be one of them vlogs where I'm talking about my life or I'm not reading the entire vlog and you're just watching a bunch of nothing. Like, I'm not that kind of girl. Like I said, no offense if you do that, no offense if you like that from your channels. That's just not something I want for my subscribers. Like, I want them to know what I'm reading and to have my own opinions by the time this is easier for the time that my wrap-ups come out, because by then I can be like, oh yeah, I talked about this book more in depth in this vlog, so I can spend, because I read like 40 books a month, so I'm not going to be filming, I'm not going to have a 40-minute long video. So it's just easier if I go, yeah, I talked about this book more in depth in this vlog. You can go check that out. So yeah, I'm gonna chill while I wait for my Uber now though. Hi guys, so it is Saturday and I have not read a single thing, which is why I didn't update you guys. But I should be going to Barnes & Noble with my boyfriend today, so hopefully I'll vlog something. Who knows? I get like nervous like vlogging things, so hopefully I can. But if not, I'll still haul what I get for you guys, of course. But yeah, I started The Shining. I read like 5 seconds and I was like, I want to listen to music today. So I actually listened to music, and I've been watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now that we're entering our last few days of the month, I've already read like 30 to 40 books. I really don't know, somewhere between 30, no, I think I've read 36 books. So I just want to like calm down with my reading, and I just wanted to like take a few days like off of reading, and I just want to enjoy Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm on season 3 now. This is my 4th rewatch of Buffy. I used to love the show growing up. I actually started watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Glee the same summer. I believe it was like my summer from going to 7th grade to 8th grade. And I remember that summer, like, I watched Glee, I was obsessed. And then I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I was obsessed. And ever since then, I rewatch it all the time. And I was just thinking, like, I love Buffy. Like, Buffy is like one of my favorite characters, like main characters. It's very rare when I watch a show with a white woman, sorry, a blonde haired white woman at that, or a main character. It's very rare I watch a show when I actually love the main character. But I love Buffy, I love Oz and Willow, I love Spike and Buffy, which is really why I watch it. Like, they're my top ship. I do like Angel, but once Angel, like, it's kind of like when I'm watching it, I'm enjoying the ships as they go. So like, I love Cordelia and Xander, like that's my favorite ship. And I love Oz as a character because he's just so like sweet. And then I like Angel, he just is like very brooding. And then I love Spike, like Spike is like everything. And then Faith, and y'all cannot forget about Kendra, her 3 episodes. But I know in the comics they do bring her back. I'm kind of watching it because every time I rewatch it, I try to rewatch it so I can read the comics and be caught up that way. But I always stop at like before season 8. I mean before the end of season 7. So I'm gonna try to finish it out. I'm already on season 3, so that's what I've been doing. And I tried to start Prison Healer, didn't start that. Tried to start this book called Zodiac Academy. Didn't really start that. So hopefully I read something tonight and tomorrow at work. If not, like I usually read at nighttime. So I'm probably gonna do this vlog from Friday to Monday just because I didn't read Friday and I haven't read today. So yeah.
You can get anything you want. You know what I'm saying? You want that over there? You want that over there? Got you. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling, so far from my past misfortune. No sleeping, late nights, no eating, gun squeezing. I'm a real artesian remote. I was round that counter, still down. I'm a north soldier.
Okay, so I just got back from Barnes & Noble and I'll show you guys the books that I got. I did not get everything on my list. I think I actually only got 1 book on my actual list. I did really good at not buying books off my list, like except for 2 Expectations, which you'll see why in a second. But I didn't get any books on my list. I was looking for The Prison Healer. I was looking for The Prison Healer, Spanish Love Deception, In the Raven is Dark, Black Sun. I did find Blood Like Magic, but I wanted to lay off that one. The Bridge Kingdom, which I didn't expect to see, and Sorrowland, which I did see, but it was pretty expensive and I did have a budget, which I went under my budget. So I'm probably going to order a few of those books on Amazon to come in later this week. But yes, I'm going to show you the books I got. So like I said, I got The Blade Itself, which I do own a special edition of this book, but I wanted a paperback because I realized that I don't do well with reading special editions. So yeah, a lot of people have been talking about this book recently. Yasmin B. Reading talked about this book and she said it was so funny. She said it didn't really have a plot, but she just kept laughing. And I know me, like once I find characters that like make me laugh and stuff like that, it's okay. Plus if I don't like it, I can always sell it. Then I got 2 books that don't even come out until Tuesday, which by the time you guys see this, it'll already be out. But This Poison Heart and Burgers, which these were both of my pre-orders. So I've seen a lot of books at my Barnes & Noble that actually weren't supposed to come out. I've seen Survive the Night. So I'm about to be checking my Barnes & Noble out a lot more frequently. But oh my gosh, look how beautiful this. Look how beautiful. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, I'm about to eat this book up. Yep. How many pages is this? I'm gonna read this tonight. And then I also have Gear Breakers, like I said. Yeah, there's nothing on here. I already got makeup on it. Surprise, surprise. So I actually cannot wait, and this cover is so pretty. So yeah, those are all the books that I got, and I'm probably gonna read this Poison Heart tonight. So I'll keep you guys updated on what I read. I'm probably gonna read The Bridge Kingdom. I got the audiobook for that one, and I need something to listen to while I'm at work. And I also want to buy The Bridge Kingdom, so before I buy it, I guess I can read the book because I want to practice reading stuff before I buy it. And the British Kingdom, like the hardcover, is like $27. I cannot just be dropping money on it. Like I can, but I want to work on it. Okay. I have to finish getting ready because my Uber is almost here. But of course, I want to update you guys. So last night I started reading this book called Zodiac Academy, and it's basically a fae book. And it's about these, I think each book follows a different zodiac sign, so I think there's going to be 12 books in the series so far. There's 5 and the 6th one is coming out sometime this year. The book follows this girl, these twin sisters. They're Gemini, obviously, so they're twins. And they are in the world, and this guy comes up to them and he's like, hey, you guys actually have powers, and your powers haven't kicked in yet, and you belong to this school. And so they're like, what, whatever. So they go along with him eventually, and they end up at the school Zodiac Academy, and they find out that they're actually the princesses to the throne, and they have like shared throne. And it's a bully, it's a bully book. Sorry, I have something in my eye. It's a bully book, so I'm just really interested in seeing how like the bully romance is gonna intertwine like fantasy and fae and zodiac signs at the same thing. Like that sounds like a lot going on for like a book series. I don't know if it's gonna be a 12-book series, but for a 12-book series, it's okay so far. I'm reading this because Erin, which we read a lot of the same books, she read this, she gave it 5 stars, and I was like, okay, Pearl, like I'm gonna read this. So I didn't get far last night because I was editing my videos. I have 3 videos to edit, but I don't have to edit them all right now. Like really, I edited my video for Monday, which should be up by the time you see this, and then I started editing this vlog, and then I don't really have another video to edit until like Friday, which is not next Monday's video. But I still wanted to like get on it just in case, because I don't really have any days off to edit it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna read the Bridge Kingdom while I'm at work, and I might get the Prison Healer, which I will be down to 7 Audible credits, but I get a new Audible credit tomorrow, so I still might get the Prison Healer instead. I need to find another audiobook service because I have literally until the end of the year or January, and I'm already down to 8. Like, what am I gonna do? I don't mind buying audiobook, like buying the book on Audible for a credit, if that makes sense, but I'm really trying not to. But gosh, life without return to audiobooks is so hard. Like Audible is so sick for that. They're so greedy. They are the greedy ones. They're sick and they're greedy. But anyways, it's getting hot and I have to get ready, so I'm gonna end this clip. But yeah. Okay, so it is Monday, and I just want to show you guys. Oh, it's Sunday, and I just bought this book. It's called A Curse of the Spectre Queen, and I bought this because I really love the cover, and it reminds me of the Serpent Curse, the Serpent King, the 3rd book in the Last Magician series, and I just really love this cover, and it sounds really good. And I'm reading the Bridge Kingdom. I'm almost done. I have like 15 minutes left in my audiobook, and it's basically a fantasy romance about this girl, and she kills her family. Yeah. Oh, okay. This girl, and she poisons her sister because she knew that her dad was gonna kill them all basically, and like she poisoned everybody, which I thought was interesting. And she has been taking small sips of poison every single day, so she's growing her immune system. And it's something about characters who do that. Jude Duarte, Catherine Pierce, like I love those characters. And she ends up she marries the king of another part of the world, and it's a marriage of convenience. And I really like it because she's always poisoning somebody. Like, I don't know, I like her as a character. Her name is Laura. I like her as a character. I wish fantasy authors would not give their characters basic names like Laura and Amy. Like, can y'all think of, but also I can't complain because then people be naming their character stuff like really hard names that I can't pronounce, like Aelin. So I guess I can't complain too much. But The Bridge Kingdom is really good. I think I'm gonna give it like 4 stars, and then I'm either gonna read this Prison Hill. Oh, I'm gonna read, I think it's a K.A. Tucker book, and it's called A Fate of Wraith and Flame, I think. And I read a K.A. Tucker book. It was under a pen name though. I don't really read her romance, but she did an adult romance that I read under her pen name, and I thought that was really good. So I'm gonna read that one. I'm gonna read The Prison Healer. Hopefully I can finish Zodiac Academy tonight, and I'll probably finish one of them tonight and then read one of them tomorrow morning. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I was thinking you said Zodiac.
I did. That's the name of the book, Zodiac Academy. Anyways, so I'm probably gonna finish that, and then tomorrow at work I might either read the Bridge Kingdom second book or This Poison Heart. I've been saying I'm gonna read This Poison. I keep calling it This Poison Heart. I mean to say The Prison Healer. I don't know why I keep confusing those two, but I keep saying I'm gonna read The Prison Healer, and then like I don't read it. So I really need to get to the book because I want to buy it. And I also giving myself a rule that I cannot buy a book unless I've read it like completely. Like I can't keep buying books and be like, oh, I'm gonna get to this. Like I literally need to stop because I have nowhere to put like these books or those books. Like I have no space for any of these books. So I'm gonna have to like really manage my book buying habits. But yeah, Daniel, do you want to say anything?
No.
Oh, okay. He said he didn't want to say anything. Which I'm so.
Oh. Was this getting a mafia story?
Huh?
Oh, I was thinking the boy's name was Mafia. She could her family.
Huh?
Oh, wait, what? Okay, never mind.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
What
I
are
said
you,
it real stupid. I said that.
what are you talking about? Who's the Mafia family? My Sims?
Huh? No.
What are you
Nope,
talking?
nothing.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. The book.
The Prison Healer?
Yes.
How
No,
do you know? This Poison Heart?
No. That poison. That girl, Laura.
What are you saying?
The British King, what it's called.
The Bridge Kingdom? The British King? What are you talking
They
about?
said king.
Huh?
Nothing.
The British Kingdom. Where are you getting Mafia from?
I don't know why I got Mafia and the Kennedy family.
I mean, in mafia romances, which is a thing, they do a lot of like marriage of convenience, which is basically where you marry somebody for the better behalf of you. So usually in mafia books, a marriage of convenience is you're marrying each other, so both of your mafia or kingdom or whatever. This is also in fantasy. Your kingdom can like, they marry you so they can like end the truce, basically. Same thing with mafia. They basically marry you like to both sides. Romeo and Juliet essentially, but like on crack. I just finished The Bridge Kingdom, and the ending to that book, oh my gosh, it was so good. Like I need the next book. Also, the Bookish box has this really pretty edition. I'll show you guys. That I am now deep in search of, and I'm now gonna order the first and second book, and I think this is gonna be like a 5-book series. At least that's what it says so far on Goodreads. So I'll stay tapped in up until I get bored. I'm not really getting Jennifer Armentrout vibes. No offense to Miss Girl, but Jennifer Armentrout really is like, I really love From Blood and Ash, and it's like the more the books went on, the less interested I'm becoming in the series. But she's not really giving Jennifer Armentrout vibes. Like the author isn't writing like pointless, like the book isn't super long to be long. Like it's not trying to be like one of those long, like trying to be taken serious romance fantasy romance books. Like literally it's just fantasy romance. Like the fantasies there, it's not like extra descriptive, extra wordy. Like the author said what she had to say, did what she had to do, and it came through. Like literally it's so good. If you haven't read The Bridge Kingdom, you definitely need to read it. I'm about to order the books as soon as I can, the first and the second book, because I really liked it. So I think I might read the second book tomorrow at work, and then the Prison Healer I may read when I get home, or Tuesday, or tonight. I still have it on my Kindle, so who knows. I do want to get to it, but I'm gonna think about what I want to read next instead of like planning ahead, because in these vlogs, like, y'all don't understand how much I have to edit out, because I'll be like, yeah, I think I want to read this and this, and then I don't read it, and I'm just wasting both your and my time. So I'm gonna try to stick to talking about books as I. So it is Monday and I'm actually getting ready for work, but I just want to update you guys on my currently reading. So I read Zodiac Academy last night and I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. Sorry if my mood is a bit off. My video that I uploaded for Monday flopped and I didn't really expect it to because of some recommendations, but with my recommendations, they're weird. Like, sometimes they do really good and sometimes they do okay. Yeah, I'm just like a bit down because my videos were doing so good and then like suddenly they went down, and I just want to know like why, so that I can work on that. But I'm not gonna really let that affect me much because I still love filming and I love vlogging, and I know a lot of people are appreciating my vlogs, so I guess I'm just gonna keep doing what I do and whatever. But yeah, I read Zodiac Academy and I gave that one 3 out of 5 stars. It was okay. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the series because they're working on their 7th book, so there's 6 books out, and they're just about the 2 twin sisters, which I don't care about them. Like, they're not like annoying or anything, I just don't care about them, and I don't care to read 6 books about them. And like, I thought that I don't know, I think that doing like a bully romance in a fantasy setting is really hard, especially if you're not well written in the fantasy genre, because the fantasy parts of the book were really corny, and some of it, I don't want to say it didn't make sense to me, but some of it I was just like, interesting choice. And mixing in zodiacs with fantasy with fae, they're not even considered fae. Fae is just a word that they use for like paranormal creatures, so instead of saying paranormal you just say fae. So there's no fairies, so I was tricked. So you're mixing in fae and bully romances and zodiacs and all this stuff. I actually don't think it has anything to do with zodiacs. If I don't know, I just didn't really like the book, and so I think today I'm going to read The Traitor Queen, which is the 2nd book in the Bridge Kingdom, because there is going to be a 5-book series. The 3rd book has not had a release date or a title or anything like that, but I'm hoping that it does soon because your girl's into the series now, but it doesn't follow the main character, so it's kind of like, I kind of hate that authors do that. Like, they plan to make like a standalone or duology, and then the series pops off, so they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna make more books in the series, but the other books in the series are gonna follow different characters. Like, I really hate that authors do that, but I mean, I guess I don't know, it depends on how I feel about the 3rd book, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like the 2nd book, so I guess it just depends on if I like the characters that's gonna be in the 3rd book and if I'm really interested in the world that much. Like, I think the world is interesting, but I thought like what I like most about the Bridge Kingdom is the main character. I don't even care about the romance that much. Like, the romance was good, yeah, but it's just like, it's nothing different. Like, they weren't really enemies to lovers, but like, yeah, enemies to lovers, marriage and convenience, like typical fantasy stuff. Like, it's not giving anything new, it's not bringing anything new to the table, but the main character isn't bringing anything new to the table. But I like characters like Laura, Jude Duarte, Elle from the Daily Education. Like, I like those kind of characters in fantasy settings, like not the characters who just go along with everything, and just, I like characters who like stick up for themselves and fight for themselves and stuff like that. So that's really why I like the books. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the rest of the series. I just wish the authors would stop doing that. Like, stop making series, like just make a new series, make it a spin-off series. Like, power's out, so I'm extending the vlog for one more day. So it's Tuesday. Last night I finished The Traitor Queen, 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was so good. The only thing is the last 75% really had me bored. The book is fast, so I didn't feel like nothing was in there that didn't need to be in there. I just was bored, which happens in books, but it was just the fact that it happened towards the end. Like, I kind of wish it happened in the beginning, and then towards the end I would have been like, oh yeah, this is good. But that's okay. I'm not reading The Prison Healer finally, because we have no power, so I have no choice but to sit down and read. So Jade is reading The Maidens, and yeah, I just wanted to extend this one more day because I don't even edit these videos until like Wednesday night anyways. So I have to update now, because if I don't, the sun is gonna go down and I'm gonna miss like all this great lighting. So basically, I just finished this book called Push, and this was a male female book, so this counts towards one of my queer books for the month. I mean, like LGBT books for the month, but I only read 10, which I wish was better, but that is more than what I typically read in a month, so I am proud of myself, and I am going to do better at reading more LGBTQ books as the year goes on, period. But this one was about this guy who basically falls in love with his daughter's boyfriend, and he has a wife, and then the wife like gets involved, and yeah, it's a poly book, and it was good. It was okay. I gave it 3 stars. Like, I liked the smut was good. The only thing about the book was that the dialogue was very, very corny. Like, some of the thoughts was just corny. Even the dirty talk was just corny, you know, so it's okay. Right now I'm reading The Prison Healer, which I also feel like I'm gonna give 3 stars. This one's about this girl who the prison takes people who are innocent and who are also guilty. They say the world's worst criminals, and also people who are innocent. They just basically take whoever they feel like taking. Like, the people can't rebel against that. And so the girl ends up being taken, and she becomes the prison healer because her dad was really good at healing stuff as she was growing up. So she kind of caught on to that, and she became the prison healer. And now she has to heal the queen, and the queen is like really, really sick, and the queen has to go through these trials because she's evil. People who are evil have to go through 4 trials. So she takes the place of the queen because the queen is so sick, like she clearly cannot do these trials, but she doesn't have any magical powers, so it's like really stupid of her. But yeah, this is also like, this is okay as well. So I don't know, I'll probably give it 3 stars. Like, the romance is okay. I like the romance. It's just like, it's not nothing special, and the characters are okay. I do like the plot though. Like, I do like the world. I do find it interesting. I'm not bored or anything, so I will give it that. So probably like a 3.5, almost 4. I could see it being a 4 stars if the ending, like, it really has me shook though. But this is probably my last update for the night because the sun is going down. I'll probably read this Poison Heart or The Blade Itself. I have like this little flashlight, and also my phone isn't dead yet, so I can also use a flashlight from my phone. I feel like I look insane right now. I'm just drying my hair. This is how I dry my hair when I get out the shower. And now listen, before I show you my hair, I do have a lot of heat damage, so don't laugh at me, okay? But last night I finished I don't have heat damage on this side, but this side, zooey mama. Anyway, so I finished 3 books yesterday. I finished Push, which I told you guys about, and then I also finished The Prison Healer, which I ended up giving 4.5 stars. It was so good, guys. Like, the beginning of the book, like, I was intrigued by like the whole prison thing. It's basically about this girl who, I told you guys, it was like about this girl who like gets taken into prison and stuff. And so in the beginning I was like, oh, the book is okay. Like, I've never read a YA fantasy book where the entire book took place in the prison. Like, usually when they do that kind of stuff, it takes place in the prison for a little bit and then they like break out or whatever. But this book took the entire place in prison, and I just thought the book was so interesting. Like, the whole idea of like the prison and the whole trials, and just like how there's a whole fantasy world outside of the prison. And like, even while reading this book, I'm like, this doesn't really feel like a fantasy. Like, even though it doesn't really feel like a fantasy because, you know. And the ending was so good. Oh my gosh, the ending was so good. I ended up like loving the characters. There's this character named Nahir. No, her name is Nari, and she's like one of my favorite characters. She's a guard. She's so sweet, and I like the main character. I don't think she's bad or anything. And then also, my hair doesn't look that bad. Maybe I'll put some product on it and wear it curly today and see how it dries. So yeah, I really like that book because I really just love the ending and the main character. The romance was meh. Like, the romance was okay, but as long as I have like a good plot in the fantasy book, or this is like one of the best YA books I've read in a minute. I feel like I want to give it 5 stars. Actually, it was so good. And now I have to search through the depths of hell to find the Prison Healer Fairy Loot edition. And the second book comes out in October, which is so great because it actually, like, the book came out in April, so that means by like this time next year, June next year, all 3 books will be out, which is so good because I hate waiting for fantasy books. Like, I get it, but I'm so used to reading romance authors where they release all 3 books in the same year, or even if it's not in the same year, they release all their books in the series like within, like, they release it all like every 3 months. So I feel like, I know fantasy is a lot harder to write, but I just like that romance authors do that. And then I read this Poison Heart, which I do have right here, but yeah, I have the stuff in my hand. So yeah, but I read This Poison Heart, which I thought was really good. I ended up giving it 4 stars. The book is basically about, it's a secret garden retelling, and it's basically about this girl named Bree who has powers to control. She has the power to control like plants, or not even to control plants, but plants just love her. Like they grow whenever she's around. They like move towards her whenever she's around. Like everything just gets like, the grass literally gets greener. And one of her aunts ends up being declared dead, and her aunt left her the house, so she takes the house, and in the house she discovers there's a few secrets in there. And I like the book. I ended up giving it 4 stars. This book doesn't really have a lot of plot, and one issue, I did have 2 issues with the book, one being that it didn't have a lot of plot, and the second issue being that I did not like how many black references the author put in the book. I know y'all probably thinking, this girl, like what does that even mean? But I just feel like the author like tried too hard to be like, yeah, this is a black culture thing, like I'm gonna put it in the book. Like of course I love black culture things in books. Like it makes me so happy to read a book and finally be able to see myself in it, and to read a book and finally have phrases that I know or only people that look like me know, or people of color or anything like that. But it just felt like every single page in the book had a black culture reference. And there was just one point in the book where a character had said something in a conversation, and this is the book by the way, it's so beautiful, and the character had said something and it said something that like was kind of like a black culture reference, but it didn't make sense in the context of the conversation. And I was just sitting here like okay. But other than that, the book was really good. It has a lot of, you can see my sister, it has a lot of Greek mythology in it, which I did not know going in. So it talks about Medea, and it talks about I keep wanting to say Circe, but that was the name of Bree's aunt. Bree has a really interesting name too. I cannot pronounce it. It's like Breezesses or something like that. I really do think her name is pretty though. But Medea and someone else. I want to say Circe, but I don't want to say Circe. But I thought the book was really good. Like the ending was really, really good. The only thing is the book didn't pick up until like literally the last chapter. It did start to pick up around the like 65%, 70% mark, but it didn't really get interesting until the last like few pages of the book. But it is a duology, so I am still gonna read the duology. I gave it 4 stars. Obviously, like I really, really liked it. So I did want to keep this vlog going on today. We did get our power back, by the way. Last night me and Dame had our annual power outage talent show, because we have a power outage like once every summer. I do need to start making a power outage survival kit, because the portable charger never works, and I forgot to get a new one. I thought I would have time, and then we need like extra flashlights. I lit some candles. It was so hot, I said I'll just sit here in the dark. It was just so creepy. Like I really wish I could have vlogged that last night, because it was just like, I don't know, power outages are fun when you live, like when I used to live in a neighborhood, it used to be so fun. But yeah, so I'm now going to read The Bone Maker by Sarah Beth Durst and The Blade itself. So I'm probably gonna edit this vlog and then start those books. And then last night, well, the night before the power outage, I started watching this show called Sex Life, which is based off of this book called 44 Chapters About 4 Men by B.B. Easton. And yeah, it got picked up. It's based off of a true story about this girl whose husband finds her diary about like her ex and like her past sex experiences, and he tries to recreate them. It gets a bit weird. First of all, she keeps writing in a diary after he finds it, knowing he found it, knowing he's gonna look at it, and he knows that she knows that he knows, and she knows that he knows that she knows. So I'm just like, why are you still writing this journal, and why are you still looking at it? That's weird. And he's also trying to like literally recreate these sex things that happen, and it's not like it's some crazy wild BDSM sex that's going on here. Like it's literally just bare, it's just good, I guess. And then the husband's trying to recreate it, but I'm like, okay, so what was the husband doing then, where it like she keep thinking about her ex who was giving like, he wasn't really, they just did it in like crazy places, I guess. But like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not that kind of girl, so I don't get it. But yeah, me, Mika, and Justin also watched Too Hot to Handle, which, if you know me, I love reality TV shows. Big Brother, The Challenge. I haven't really caught up on The Challenge though in like the past like 3 seasons, so I can't really say that. I love like Love Island. I haven't watched UK Love Island, but I'm gonna watch it soon. I'm gonna watch the US when that premieres, sadly. I never really finish these shows though, which is why like I never really talk about them. But yeah, we watched Too Hot to Handle, and that was okay. Basically, Too Hot to Handle is about these people who go on the show not knowing it's too hot to handle, and when you're on Too Hot to Handle, you basically can't have sex, and there's like a no sex rule, and you can't kiss, and you can't really do like a lot of that stuff, like, and every time you do, you get money deducted. They've already lost, like they're already down to like 10K, which I think they started off with like 50K, and it's only like the 4 episodes are only out right now. So they're kind of making me mad, because I'm like, why is it this hard for y'all to not do sexual stuff with strangers? Like, the show starts and they're already saying really wild sexual stuff to each other, and I don't know, like I said, I'm not that kind of girl, so maybe it's just me. Like, am I lame? Am I boring? Is it just me? I don't know, but I'm in love with like this side of my hair. Like, it just looks so cute, and then you see the heat damage over here. But thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.